Hello there my dear YouTuber friends, and I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome to this new video. Now I've noticed over the past week at least, past few days in fact, live weather in Flight Sim 2024 has dramatically improved. I'm going to be talking about that in this video and exploring it. I'm flying around Scotland at the moment, the Glasgow area. And I've been getting some incredible live weather effects. In fact, I will say for an aviation flight sim, I don't think I've come across better. Certainly that's my impressions over the past few days. I'll be exploring it in this video. I'll also be exploring a little bit of the historical aspects of live weather. There is a 24-hour historical live weather aspect that we'll be taking a look at. I've got a couple of misgivings with it, but we'll be taking a look at it anyway. And I'll also be discussing what I would like to see come in Flight Sim 2024 weather as a whole. And I'll be opening up the floor to you fine people. So let's not dilly-dally. Let's get on with this video. So like I said, I'm flying around the Glasgow area. I am in live weather. Let me just prove that. Go to the weather tab. And you can see there live. This is the time I'm recording it, so it's morning time as well. I'll explore that historical aspects of it in a moment. But yeah, like I said, it can look pretty stunning. Now I did a recent VOR using the EFB video, which I'll link in the description. Go and look at that as another example of what live weather can do. Let me just jump into the cockpit. I'm going to try and get in some rain clouds. I believe these are, well, they certainly look like rain clouds over here, just to show the effects of that. Historically, in aviation flight sims and Microsoft Flight Sim in particular, you needed a third-party program. I've reviewed Rex Weatherforce. I'll link that in the description as well. And typically you'll need a program like that to achieve such effects. Now I don't know if there's been a recent-ish server-side patch over the past week or so, but I have noticed definite improvements with live weather. Typically in live weather you'd get one effect, a few minutes later it would suddenly clear up or change. I've not been finding that of late. When you get a weather front like this, it typically now stays within the sim as it should do. It shouldn't suddenly just clear up. And it's, if you find the right conditions. Now this is looks like I'm actually trapped inside a weather front at the moment, so I'm going to try and get, maybe I'll just punch straight through this to see what's on the other side. But I may need to increase my altitude as I'm around Scotland. And there's lots of mountains and hills around here, so I don't want to be crashing into them. Yeah, it just seems recently, at least, you know, for the past few days for me, the live weather has dramatically improved. Now there's one or two things that I think could still improve with it. I've got the cloud textures on Ultra, and if you're on PC, do yourself, if you can get away with it, do yourself a favour and put your clouds on Ultra, especially recently. You are in for a treat. With Xbox, you're kind of stuck with the setting it gives you, but on the Series S, I've actually found live weather to be quite nice as well. And Series X, I've no doubt that will be. Let's head into this gloom over here. I mean, look how oppressive that looks. And when the sun breaks through, that's a brilliant example. It can just look absolutely incredible. At sunset, you get like a fiery red going on underneath the clouds, and it just looks immense. I've been posting pictures to my Discord recently. What was I saying? The cloud texturing could do with maybe a little bit more improvement. It seems like there's a lot of low cloud, but it could be quite typical for Scotland actually, especially over the Highlands. But I've noticed in places like Manchester you get very low hanging clouds pretty much on top of the land. That's not quite accurate, I wouldn't imagine, unless you're getting a very foggy day, which we do sometimes. But it seems very typical that the layering in live weather, the sort of levels of the cloud, could do with a bit of a touch-up. Actually, texturing. I mean, look at it. Where are we going? You're coming with me, people. This will be incredible in VR, if this works well in VR now. Although you do want to be jumping outside to be taking a look at the fronts behind you and goodness knows what. Well, I guess in VR you can just turn your head. There we go. Yep, we're going through a rain cloud, as you can see. I expected that, so that's working well. I don't know what kind of land. I'm just going to increase my altitude to 3,500. That should clear any obstacles, one would hope. Get some sensible vertical speed in there, because obviously I can't see a thing now flying through this weather front. Let's try and get... It looks like there's a bit of clarity over here. Oops. I've just changed my vertical speed there. I didn't mean to do that. Don't do that when you're flying over Scotland, Huddison. That's what I meant to do. It's just multi-panel misgivings there. I had it on vertical speed rather than heading. Now I'm back to heading. Can we get out of that cloud, please, just so I can continue? I mean, we've got to do... I keep saying group flights. I will get one going. We did do a storm chasing weather front group flight some time back. I think it will be now quite good to do again with this. Definitely seemed like a new improved weather system in Flight Sim 2024. Height levels of the clouds could do with a bit of a touch-up. Now there is a historical feature as well. I just want to try and get out of that wherever I am at the moment, just so I can get back to looking at... Oh goodness me, I'm just flying purely in a bank of clouds. Maybe Scotland wasn't the best choice for this one, people. It can get pretty cloudy over there, especially near Glasgow, I've noticed. Let's just try and... Oh, okay, here we go. So we got some clarity. That looks like blue sky to me. Where are we? So we can't see below us because that's going to be a cloud layer below us, but we have cleared the skies, the big bank of cloud rather. Okay, well whilst we're here, whilst nothing's showing at the moment, let's just go to cloud layering. Sorry, live weather tab. There is a historical tab. Now I've noticed I flew around Manchester when it was doing the VOR video. I flew around it the day after. Put back the time. What you do, you just grab hold of this line here and you can put it back 24 hours. So that was yesterday at this time. I've noticed when you do that, there's not a great... Well, there you go. It takes a moment to update. Maybe it... I've noticed in other areas it doesn't seem to be accurate, so it doesn't give you the correct depiction of what it was like 24 hours ago. Now I've done it here. Let's bring up that weather tab. So I've just put the time back 24 hours. It has changed. Have they fixed that now? Play around with that. Fly over an area. I mean, like I said, I did it in Manchester. I flew over an area when I was doing the VOR video. The weather effects were completely different. When I put the time back to that time I was flying, it didn't look anything like what it was like when I was actually flying it, if that makes sense. I'll just bring my altitude down, and then we'll discuss what else I would like to see come to Flight Sim 2024 in terms of weather fronts. There we go. So I'm descending now. Am I descending? I am. Let's just get a bit more vertical speed in there. Pull my... Oh, my throttle's fine, in fact. So, what would I like to see come with weather? Well, like I said, I think it could do with a bit of a touch... I mean, even higher texturing, although that does look pretty good. I think, generally, maybe a little bit of a touch-up with textures. Why not? The formations look fantastic, and like I said, during sunset hours you get incredible views. We'll be doing more flights over on my Twitch channel, link down below in the description. If you've not joined Twitch, I'm doing quite a few flights. The videos there disappear after 7 days because I'm not partnered. If you can help me get partnered on there, we'll do like we'll have another platform for doing flying, this kind of fun stuff. Yeah, I would like to see maybe slightly better texture. I would like to see things like whirlwinds, tornadoes, you know, the sorts of tornadoes coming, where they, if you're flying over the States, for example, certain parts of America, suddenly you'll have a tornado spawn in front of you, or goodness knows what. That would be fantastic. There is one apparently in a mission, in one of the career program's missions. I've not come across it yet. And it would just be nice to actually see them in live weather. Difficult ones to predict, tornadoes of course, but to have them just come every now and again. Please, Asobo, I would love that. Absolutely, that's the highest of my wish list for weathers. Thunderstorms. Now, previously in Flight Sim 20... Look at that, people. That's a beautiful example of what I was talking about. That's a downpour. I'll tell you what, we'll turn back into that in a moment. It's not raining at the moment, is it now, where I am? I'm going to turn back into that. Looks like it's local. I think that's just the downpour of the rain, so that's simulating rain hitting the ground. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Nice to see tornadoes. Thunderstorms, that's what I was getting onto. Previously in Flight Sim 2024, thunderstorms weren't that dramatic. When I used Rex Weather Force in Flight Sim 2020, they looked absolutely spectacular. You had like far away thunderstorms, or thunderstorms to the left or right of you. I've not come across them yet in this updated live weather. It'll be interesting. I'll be hunting for them just to see if they've improved. But yeah, it'll be nice to see, you know, more dramatic weather, so when you do come across a thunderstorm, it really does look like a thunderstorm. You can see that little rainbow there. It's disappeared now, but it was there just a second ago. I'm going to fly through this weather bank just to see if I get rain on my window shield. That's what I would like to see come. So tornadoes, more dramatic thunderstorms. What would you like to see forthcoming with Flight Sim 2024 live weather, or weather in general with 2024? What programs would you like to see? Would you like to see Rex, a new Rex Weather Force with 2024? That would be quite interesting. Hopefully we don't have to pay for the whole package again. It's just a small update fee. But we'll have to see on that. I'll probably buy it regardless. Let's just see. Flying through here. Yeah, you can see a little bit of rain on the windows there, streaming past, so that is simulating. That's pretty cool. I've got it on both sides. There you see the rain. Get a bit closer for you. Streaming past. Let's just see a few drops going up there as well. Ooh. Mountains ahead there. Just be careful, Hudson. Let's just fly this way. So we're flying into the storm, or weather front at the moment. Look at that, people. Honestly, if you've not tried it recently, get into the sim, whack your clouds up to ultra levels, and give this a try. Listen, I could fly around here. I'm going to do more weather hunting, and I want to find some thunderstorms. But I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see come in Flight Sim 2024 weather. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon.